This is the third video on the Lord's Day. Last week we started with why we celebrate on Sunday instead of the Sabbath, the seventh day of the week. Then we explored the biblical roots of the Sabbath and its connection with creation and salvation. We heard that God's rest is not inactivity, but joyful rest rooted in His plan for creation and salvation. It is a contemplative gaze which does not look to new accomplishments, but enjoys the beauty of what has already been achieved. Today we're going to explore the connection with Sunday and the Eucharistic assembly. We're still using Pope St. John Paul II's 1998 apostolic letter, Dies Domini, as our guide. In Genesis, we hear of a God who exists outside of time and space and created the universe out of nothing. The creation is described as happening over 6 days, with God resting on the seventh day. Sunday is both the first day of the week and the day after the Sabbath. This 8th day is the image of eternity. St. John Paul II notes, Sunday is a truly singular day, the day without end, which will know neither evening nor morning, the imperishable age which will never grow old. From creation and our understanding of time, we realize that all human life and all human time must give praise to the Creator and thanksgiving to Him. In fact, man's relationship with God also demands times of explicit prayer in which the relationship becomes an intense dialogue involving every dimension of the person. St. John Paul II said, "The Lord's Day is a day par excellence, meaning better than any other day, to raise our song to God and to become the voice of all creation." We already spoke of the Christian connection to Sunday as the day of resurrection. On Sunday, we not only remember a past event, we celebrate the living presence of the risen Lord in our midst. This presence is properly proclaimed, lived, and is visible when we gather together as members of the mystical body of Christ. St. John Paul II emphasizes that it is not enough that the disciples of Christ pray individually and commemorate the death and resurrection of Christ inwardly in the secrecy of their hearts. The Mass, our Sunday assembly for the Eucharistic celebration, is a privileged place of unity. For families, it is one of the most outstanding expressions of their identity and their ministry as domestic churches. At Mass, we relive with particular intensity the experience of the apostles on the evening of Easter, when the risen Lord appeared to them as they were gathered together. Gathering together with our community to celebrate the Eucharist on Sunday is, as the Catechism states, the heart of the Church's life. It takes on an even more ecclesial dimension than Masses celebrated the other days of the week. The special solemnity and the obligatory presence of the community connects and opens us to communion with the universal Church, which also gathers in their local communities. In the next video, we'll explore the history and the theology behind the Sunday obligation.